Mohammed Abdul-Razaq, Senior Vice President and Head of Capital Mobilization and Partnerships. Mr. Abdul-Razaq, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me here.
Well, which is your appreciation about this summit, the Africa-Spain Business Summit? I think, is necessary. We need more and good information about what's happening in Africa, here in Spain and Europe.
Sure. No, it's a fantastic platform. Obviously, there needs to be more collaboration, and the world is a global village right now. So it's a great platform to have the Africa-Spain Summit here in Barcelona. There's been a lot of people who have come for the sessions, and the whole aim of it is to see how we can foster collaboration and partnerships between African institutions, African countries, African companies, and Spanish businesses, companies, the country in itself, to see how we can continue to work together and work to achieve the Spanish objectives and also African objectives.
Processing industries, you think is one of the possible solutions for the development in Africa?
No, absolutely. I mean, processing is absolutely critical for Africa. As you know, Africa has a vast array of natural resources. So if you look at all the countries in Africa, so if you start from Guinea has one of the largest bauxite reserves. If you look at DRC, has the largest cobalt reserves. If you look at South Africa, platinum. If you look at Mozambique, if you look at Nigeria, all of the African countries have vast natural resources. And one of the key issues over the years is that a lot of those resources were being exported raw, and the finished products were being imported. And what that naturally does is that you export your jobs, and you effectively importing poverty into the country, so into the continent. So processing is very key. It's key for adding value to the economy. It's key for creating jobs. It's key for also stemming immigration, because the more jobs you create in country, on continent, the less you have people migrating out. So processing, industrialization, beneficiation is very key, and the company I work for, Africa Finance Corporation, is a key pillar and has been investing a lot in these industries in the last 17 years.
To avoid the irregular immigration, which is a very important problem now in Europe.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So I'll give you an example. We through a platform called Arise, which, if the company I work for, Africa Finance Corporation, owns over 70%. We invested in Gabon, in a Gabon special economic zone. Through that, we've created over 30,000 jobs. We have 140 industries which are located in the special economic zone. Right now, through that economic zone, it's one of the largest. It's the first carbon neutral economic zone on the continent, and it's the largest exporter of wood veneers in Africa and the 6th largest in the world. So by virtue of just investing in this region, focusing on wood processing, we've been able to create 30,000 jobs. In Nigeria, for example, we worked with a company called Boa Group, where we worked on their integrated sugar plantation plant, and through that, it's been able to create 15,000 jobs. If the Africa Development Bank actually estimates that agro-processing alone, if you're able to process all the agricultural produce, it can create up to 16 million jobs by 2030. So it just shows you the amount of jobs that can be created, and once there's more jobs that can be created, it enhances economic prosperity, it reduces immigration, and it enhances the value of the economies of Africa.
What can you say, a Spanish investor, a Spanish businessman, what do you offer your company?
So, Africa Finance Corporation is a leading multilateral finance institution. We're established in 2007 as a treaty among sovereign states. We have 43 member countries, and our objective is to plug the infrastructure gap in Africa. We've invested in over 33 African countries, deploying over $13 billion. And for any Spanish investor that is looking to find a partner to enable them come into Africa, looking for a partner of choice, Africa Finance Corporation is that institution. You can either partner with us or you can invest in us, and that way all the objectives of the EU and Spain when it comes to renewable energy, critical minerals, digitization, integrated supply chains, you have that as a platform for us at AFC. So we have collaborated and we have partnerships with the EU, the WTO, the UN, And we're looking forward to establishing more of these collaboration and partnerships with organizations here in Spain.
Mohammed Abdul-Razaq, thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me. Thank you.